How many of you know what a bounty is? No, I'm not talking about the paper towel. Well, a bounty, according to dictionary.com, is a reward or premium. Well, in the NFL, bounties aren't allowed. And what I mean that is you can't intentionally run up and tackle someone from the opposing team. Because one, you could seriously hurt the opposing player, and two, you're going to get fined later on. Well, as an NFL fan, I was very interested in the scandal because of all the analysis I was watching from ESPN and CNN. Well, with all that analysis I was watching on TV, I wanted to learn more about this topic. And in order for me to do that, I did some research on such places such as New York Times, ESPN.com, and Sports Illustrated. Well, today I'm going to tell you about how the scandal got started, who was involved, and along with what the organization lost, along with the player hearings. How did this scandal start, you may ask? Well, according to SportsIllustrated.com, in 2009, after the New Orleans Saints won their Super Bowl, the NFL launched an initial investigation saying that the Saints and Greg Williams had this bounty system going on in their organization. Then, on March 2nd, 2012, according to ESPN.com, there was a report sent out stating that the Saints, for the past 3 years, were part of the bounty system, which supposedly 22 to 27 players were involved, along with Brett Favre being attacked by other players. Jonathan Vilma said that in order to get the $10,000, you knock Brett Favre out of the game, I will give you $10,000.
Or is it under Firefox, right?
Yeah. What? Okay, so you got to see a little bit of what happened there. Along with that, there were plenty of players and coaches, along with some things the Saints lost as an organization. According to ESPN.com, on March 21st, 2012, the New Orleans Saints coaches and general manager were suspended by the NFL. Greg Williams, leader of the bounty scandal, defensive coordinator at the time, was suspended by the NFL indefinitely, which didn't work out for the Rams because of the suspension. Sean Payton, head coach for the New Orleans Saints, was suspended for the entire year by the NFL, which wasn't a good thing for the Saints. And then general manager of the Saints, Mickey Loomis, was suspended for the whole season suspended for 6 games by the NFL. And then on May 2nd, 2012, 4 players were suspended by the NFL for their roles in the bounty scandal. Jonathan Vilma, linebacker for the New Orleans Saints, was suspended for the whole year by the NFL. Anthony Hargrove, defensive lineman for the New Orleans Saints, suspended for 8 games by the NFL. Will Smith, defensive end for the New Orleans Saints, suspended for 4 games by the NFL. And then Scott Figia, linebacker for the Saints at the time, currently on the Cleveland Browns, suspended for 3 games by the NFL. Along with those player and coach suspensions, the Saints lost $500,000 from the NFL, along with 2 second-round draft picks in 2012 and 2013. Now you gotta have hearings so that the players can get their suspensions reduced so that they can possibly play in the regular season. now on September 7th, 2012, according to ESPN.com, those suspensions were thrown out by Commissioner Roger Goodell because of some technical issues. And this happened 2 days before the season, which meant for those players, they could play in the first game of the year. And for those New Orleans Saints, they were playing against the Washington Redskins. Now, once those hearings start back up, the suspensions for